All right. I'm Karl Sydow, and tonight I'm talking about tobacco, the most interesting drug in the world. I recently turned 39, and in looking back in what is possibly half of my life, I've realized that it might be time for me to stop smoking. Well, the biggest question for me in my habit is, how do I do that? And I realized that the best way for me to stop smoking is to do it in reverse order, the same exact way I started. Now, of course, you know, all of these doctors that smoke, that's made it difficult for me. But how I started, or what has influenced me to smoke, of course, is the ladies. And I've got a little bit of news. This is going to be a surprise. I was not cool when I was a younger guy. I know that's shocking, but anyway, smoking has helped me do that. The other thing that influences us, or me particularly, is our role models. You can tell by looking at this other guy that he is definitely influenced to smoke by Obama, because he's obviously not a smoker. The other thing that influences us is peer pressure. You know, I struggled with getting involved with this particular group here. The hair was the part that I had the hard time with. Of course, I was a smoker. The other thing that all of us have is we have that one person in our family that smokes 2-3 packs a day, drinks a 6-pack, and lives to be 100 years old. So, what personality types make us the smokers that we are? Well, my personality is one of obvious. I'm very enthusiastic about anything that I do. Obviously, I've been quit smoking for about 30 days now, and here I am giving an Ignite speech. Also, I think that if there's a gene for smoking, I was born with it. I am the enthusiast. I'm the type of smoker that no matter what the situation, baby, I gotta have a cigarette. I have a cigarette on the way into the restaurant and on the way out, and even if I'm drowning, man, I gotta have a cigarette. The enthusiast is the type of smoker that knows how to blow the smoke rings, knows how to do the French inhale, can do the deal where we pull the cigarette back in our mouth and drop it back out, the shotgun, you name it, we can do it. Also with the enthusiast is that we have a pretty serious addiction. You know, cigarette smoking, we all know, is highly addictive, and so that makes it difficult for us to quit. Now, again, in reverse order of the same way that we started, you know, that the studies show that it takes 5 times to quit. And the biggest downfall for me, always when I tried to quit smoking, was that I never incorporated the human element. Now, first of all, the first thing you have to do is you have to address the physical addiction. For me, because I'm the enthusiast, you know, I had to utilize something called an atomizer or an electronic cigarette, which I actually have here on me and was just puffing on like crazy just a second ago, which I haven't used that much lately. So address the addiction first. That's what I had to do. One thing about it is our federal government, our local government, and the restaurants and bars, you know, they're going to help us out as much as possible. This used to be a smoking venue, by the way. The one thing that I would say, the most important feature of quitting smoking is you've got to bring in your social network. I've got to tell everybody, because I've quit 100 times, and I realize that, you know, if I don't tell everybody, then, you know, I have an easy out. So I found out that by utilizing Twitter, Facebook, blogging about it, whatever, that, you know, I get a lot of support from people. Now, one thing I must say, I know that slide just passed, but one thing I must say is that I'm gonna pass on that. Let's summarize. First of all, you got to address the addiction. That's what I did by using the atomizer or the vapor cigarette. Then I got to get support. The third thing, most important thing, and it probably should have been first, is you got to have a reason to quit smoking. My 18-month-old son is my reason. What's your reason?